Ohio State University, the massive Big Ear radio telescope caught a signal unlike ordinary cosmic static, a sharp 72-second burst of radio waves. What made it even more intriguing was its exact frequency, 1420.456 megahertz, the natural frequency of hydrogen, the universe's most common element. For decades, scientists have suggested that if an advanced civilization wanted to announce its presence, this would be the frequency of choice, a simple, universal way of saying, "Hello, we're out here." The astronomer on duty that night, Jerry Eman, stared at the printout in disbelief. This wasn't static. It wasn't interference. It was clean, precise, unlike anything they'd seen before. In the margin, almost without thinking, he scrolled one word that captured the shock of the moment. Wow! And just like that, the mysterious signal had a name, the WOW signal. But what exactly was it? A deliberate greeting from intelligent life? A one-off cosmic phenomenon? Or maybe just something mundane like a comet giving off radio waves? Astronomers tried to find out. They aimed their telescopes at that same patch of sky again and again. Yet the signal never repeated. The only solid fact we were left with was its origin, the constellation Sagittarius, near the crowded heart of our galaxy. Then, silence. The mystery went quiet, but it never went away. Fast forward almost 50 years, and the universe decided to tease us again. In 2025, a new traveler entered the stage, 3I/ATLS, only the third confirmed interstellar object to ever pass through our solar system. Unlike ʻOumuamua, the flat cigar-turned pancake-shaped enigma from 2017, or Borisov, the comet-like wanderer in 2019, Atlas didn't fit neatly into any box. It was bright, active, and deeply puzzling, a cosmic oddball refusing to behave like anything familiar. And then came the eerie twist. When astronomers traced its path backward, the trajectory pointed right back toward Sagittarius. Yes, the very same part of the sky that gave us the WOW signal. That coincidence was enough to make even the most skeptical scientists lean forward in their chairs. It wasn't proof of anything, but it was strange enough to raise eyebrows and spark late-night conversations.
Even stranger, the brightest plume was facing toward the sun, as if the laws of comet behavior had been flipped on their head. Then August arrived, and the mystery deepened. Astronomers turned Gemini South, one of the most powerful telescopes in the Chilean Andes, toward this alien wanderer. On August 27, using its multi-object spectrograph, they recorded Atlas in exquisite detail, across ultraviolet, blue, red, and near-infrared light. For the first time, the world could see 3I Atlas in living cosmic color. At first, it was just a faint dot, but within weeks, 3I Atlas transformed into something spectacular, a comet straight out of a cosmic painting. A shimmering anti-solar tail stretched more than 50,000 kilometers into the void, while its once compact coma ballooned to nearly 19,000 kilometers across. What began as a ghostly smudge was now a fully fledged comet, unmistakably shaped by the sun's relentless radiation. Then came the real shocker. NASA's SPHEREx mission mapped a massive carbon dioxide cloud enveloping the comet, a ghostly halo nearly 350,000 kilometers wide. That's almost the distance from Earth to the Moon. Days later, the James Webb Space Telescope aimed its ultra-sensitive infrared spectrograph at Atlas, and what it uncovered had astronomers raising their eyebrows. Instead of water dominating the chemistry, as with most comets, carbon dioxide ruled the stage. The ratio was staggering: 8 parts carbon dioxide for every 1 part water, one of the highest ever recorded. Webb also picked out carbon monoxide, a sprinkling of dust, and some exotic molecules like OCS. But water? The supposed heartbeat of comets? Barely a whisper. Something about this visitor wasn't following the rulebook. Hubble soon added another piece to the puzzle. Although it couldn't peer through the glowing shroud of gas and dust to see the comet's heart solid, it measured the brightness and gave us constraints. The nucleus is shockingly small, no bigger than 2.8 kilometers across, and perhaps as tiny as 160 meters. To put that in perspective, we're talking about something that could fit inside a city, yet it was venting gas like a giant. Imagine a snowball the size of a small town releasing material at the rate of a mountain. It simply doesn't add up, and the anomalies kept coming. Using its powerful spectrograph, the European Southern Observatory's Very Large Telescope detected nickel in the comet's coma, but strangely, no iron. Normally, those two elements appear side by side, forged together in the fiery crucibles of ancient supernovae. Their separation here was not just unusual, it hinted at chemical origins shaped in a very different kind of stellar nursery, one that may not resemble our sun's neighborhood at all. So what exactly are we looking at? A bizarre chemical relic from an alien star system? A natural oddball that just happens to break every pattern we've cataloged so far? Or, as Avi Loeb might provocatively ask, is this a signature of something more? A hint, however faint, of technology at work? For now, we can't say, but here's what we do know. 3i Atlas is rewriting the rules on what we thought we knew about interstellar visitors. It's small, but strangely energetic, poor in water, yet overflowing with carbon dioxide, and chemically unbalanced in ways we've never seen before. To make things even stranger, it's tracing a path unusually close to the orbital plane of our own planets. Whatever it is, the universe has just dropped another puzzle in our lap, and the clock is ticking before it vanishes back into the void. This isn't a lazy drift through the solar system. 3i Atlas is on a headlong dive, slicing across space on a bold retrograde path, charging straight into the heart of our neighborhood. Astronomers around the world already have their calendars marked with red circles, because in the next few months, this tiny traveler is going to put on a show unlike anything we've seen before.
The first big act arrives on October 3, 2025. Imagine standing on the rim of Valles Marineris, the vast Martian canyon, as the first blush of dawn spills across its cliffs. Above that alien horizon, 3i Atlas will make its close pass, just 18 million miles from Mars. From orbit, NASA's MAVEN and China's Tianwen-1 will be watching eagerly, their instruments ready to catch the ghostly glow of its dusty coma as it brushes past the red planet. For a fleeting moment, Mars won't be so lonely in its sky. Then comes the real drama. On October 29, 2025, the comet will reach perihelion, its closest approach to the Sun. At just 130 million miles from the solar furnace, it will be racing at a mind-bending 152,000 miles per hour. From Earth, we'll lose sight of it in the Sun's blinding glare. But probes near Mars and observatories at the L1 point will keep their eyes open, watching as its surface fractures and jets of vapor roar into space, releasing material older than our solar system itself. By December 19, 2025, 3i Atlas will reveal its full spectacle, a long, bright tail streaming across the void as it makes its pass by Earth. At 170 million miles away, it will be invisible to the naked eye, but telescopes like James Webb and the Vera Rubin Observatory will seize the moment, splitting its light into chemical fingerprints. Every photon they catch will be like a message in a bottle, carrying whispers from a world born far beyond the reach of our sun. And then comes the finale. On March 16, 2026, 3i Atlas will brush past Jupiter, swinging just 33 million miles above its swirling cloud tops. If NASA engineers can pull off a last-minute maneuver, the Juno spacecraft could swing into position, dipping through the comet's dust stream. And if that happens, we'd have our first direct taste of alien material, untouched by our solar system until now. After that, the curtain falls. 3I Atlas will slingshot back into interstellar darkness, never to return. All it will leave behind are terabytes of precious data, a trail of dust through the outer planets, and a whole new set of questions that will keep scientists talking for decades. And yet, one unsettling detail refuses to fade into the background. 3I Atlas isn't just arriving from anywhere. It's approaching us from the very same region of sky that gave us the legendary WOW signal back in 1977 in the constellation Sagittarius. To some, that alignment is pure coincidence, but to others, including Harvard's Avi Loeb, it feels like the universe nudging us with a cosmic riddle. Could 3I Atlas not be more than a natural comet, its path simply lining up with that storied patch of sky by chance? Of course, that's the safe bet. But what if it's more than that? What if it's a message, an intentional traveler, a kind of moving beacon drifting between the stars? Loeb argues we shouldn't shy away from daring questions like this, because sometimes the most extraordinary answers begin with the courage to ask them. And the truth is, the mystery deepens the more we look. Other astronomers, less focused on signals and coincidences, suggest something equally breathtaking. 3I Atlas may be staggeringly old, far older than our solar system itself. It could have been born in the thick disk of the Milky Way, wandering aimlessly for billions of years before fate finally carried it into our backyard. The idea that a fragment of galactic history is passing right through us is enough to make even seasoned scientists pause in awe. But speculation soon gives way to a countdown. On October 29th and 30th, 2025, Atlas will reach its perihelion, swinging to within 1.36 astronomical units of the Sun. Perfectly safe for us here on Earth, but close enough that telescopes across the globe will be fixed on its glowing body, hungry for answers. This will be its trial by fire, and astronomers are bracing for the spectacle. As the Sun's brutal heat strikes its icy surface, Atlas will come alive. Jets of gas will burst outward, and its tail will blossom wider and brighter, perhaps stretching millions of miles across space. Under this pressure, the comet's mask may finally crack, revealing the secrets it has carried across unimaginable gulfs of time. For scientists, this is the dream scenario, a natural stress test where hidden truths are forced to the surface. What lies in its frozen heart? How has it survived such a lonely pilgrimage through the galaxy? And could its story hold clues about the birth of planets, or even the fingerprints of alien chemistry we've never seen before? In less than a decade, we've encountered not one, not two, but 3 interstellar wanderers, each distinct, each reshaping our picture of what lies beyond the Sun's reach. They are not just streaks of light on a telescope sensor. They are relics, living artifacts from other worlds, slipping past us for a heartbeat before vanishing back into the dark. So now the question shifts to us. What do you think? Is 3I Atlas just another comet, another icy relic brushing against the Sun's fire? Or could it be something more? A messenger, a fragment of a larger story we're only beginning to grasp? Share your thoughts below. I'd love to hear your take. And if this journey through the unknown captivated you as much as it did me, consider supporting our work so we can keep chasing these mysteries together. The universe is talking. The real question is, are we ready to listen?